Hello, this is Julie. Welcome to the Thrifty Paper Garden. Now the reason you are seeing this card again is when I posted this card for my video response to Candace Scarborough's 1500 subby giveaway, I received a request for a tutorial. And I don't do a lot of tutorials, but I have received so much inspiration from other tutorials that I figure it's the least I can do. And as I made comment in my comments that this card was more math than art, but I will be happy to do that. So I will give you a closer up. And I don't remember exactly where I saw this. I just searched music cards online, and of course you get hundreds and hundreds of examples. And then I had my daughter to remind me what the keys on the piano looked like. So I just took a regular 6.5 by 5 inch card, and then I had this lightly textured cardstock. And I have a thrifty tip for you. If you're comfortable doing this, we were at a dinner party and they had the menus on the plates, and the menu was on top of this piece. And after the dinner, I asked the host what she planned to do with the menus, and she was just going to throw them away. So I said, may I have them? And so I took them apart, and I did throw away the menu part, but I kept the ribbon that was here, and of course this wonderful textured black cardstock. So anyway, I cut 4 3/4 by 6 1/4 mat, and then I figured out on this card that I would need 13 white keys and I think 9 black keys. And I just decided to keep them square and not round off the edges. So then it was just again a matter of math. The mat is 6 1/4 and I needed 13. So I estimated that was roughly 7/16 for each width of the key and about 2.5 inches long. So then I just started cutting them up. And I used a highly technical technique when I cut these. I eyeballed it. I cut one to the exact width that I wanted, and I saw where it landed on my guillotine cutting tool, and then I just placed the subsequent piece in the same spot and pretty much got all the pieces that I needed. And I cut a couple extra in case they didn't quite look right, and then I made the black keys the same width and 2 inches long. So 2.5, 2 inches, and 7/16 inch wide. And then it's just a matter of placing the keys. Let's put this behind it. I left a little border. It turned out to be just a little under 1/8, and I just eyeballed it again, and then you just start placing the keys like I've done here. And for a true piano pattern, it's 3 2 3 2. So then at the end, of course, it was cut off, so I only had room for 1. And so you do that all the way across, and at the end there may be a little bit extra of the black. That was my experience, so I just took a very thin slice, and of course you can just center it on the card. It doesn't have to be any specific measurement, or you might somehow come out with the last key being a little too wide. You can just take a little bit off that key, and I don't think that it would be noticed. So that's what I did, and then I took the gold paper that I showed and just placed that across, something to just to finish off above the keys. In the examples that I saw, there oftentimes was a ribbon tied around that. And I think for a more feminine card I would probably put a ribbon, but this was going to be given to a male music teacher, and so I thought he would appreciate that more. And then on the inside, I just have it finished off with this Sizzix die cut, and that is the music staff. And I just used this die cut, and as I was poking the little pieces out, I realized how flexible this was. And again, I had gotten this big, excuse for the crumpling, big roll of this thin gold paper that's highly embossable. In fact, I made a Christmas card and I embossed it. So it embosses really easily, and it's just really pretty. But I was thinking how flexible this was, and made me think of the spool ornaments that I've been making. And I want to make some of different sizes, and of course these are the spools that my husband makes. And so I thought this could be the start of another spool ornament, kind of like that. And it would be like a theme of ornaments. And of course, again, you can find these if you'd like at TPG Crafts on Zibbet. My husband turns those, and I invite you to come over and check out what else I have in store. In fact, I was thinking I would really like to share this paper. I just think it is the neatest find, and again, I don't know how many yards I have. So if you're interested and you do place an order, I'm going to send you a couple yards of this. And if you would like the music staff cut out, I'd be happy to do that as well. So that is the tutorial. The second time making this card went so quickly. The first time not so much, but I usually make a couple cards of the same type when I'm making them, so the subsequent ones make up real quickly after you figure out all the math that's included. So that is my tutorial for this card. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll talk to you later. Bye.